Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
So let's talk about Mr. Paul Pierce. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Paul Pierce. You know, one time he was a good, good basketball player. Now, everybody has a podcast, okay? Like I keep telling y'all, the money's not money. And so a lot of these celebrities are now, they're going to podcasting, giving their opinions on stuff. And so Paul Pierce is taking a play from Stephen A. Smith's playbook. About a year ago, Stephen A. Smith came out and said that men need to start dating 7's. Y'all need to stop going after these women who are 10s. Y'all need to date 7's. And Paul Pierce wanted to elaborate, and he spoke on it. So I think let's first listen to Stephen A. Smith talk about it, because like I said, this went viral a year ago with Stephen A. Smith, and I believe this is where Paul Pierce got his talking points from. So let's start with Stephen A.
7, strong 7. Now I'm gonna deviate from this particular subject to bring up what a strong 7 is, because there's not a man alive that's going to disagree with what I'm about to break down. So I want the ladies to listen, because I'm trying to be here for you. I'm just trying to be here for you, okay? I'm just trying to be here for you. I want the ladies to listen. I want the ladies to listen, but all the men, there's no man alive that would disagree with what I'm about to say. You want a strong 7. Let me tell you why. 10, fine as all get out, tat-out, body, looking fine, everything like that, got it going on. Too much maintenance. Too much, because she knows she's fine. And you're expendable. She could take you or leave you. A 9, that's a problem too, because you got enough people telling her she's a 10, so half of them acting that way. And by the way, the ones that ain't acting that way still require more from you than what others might. And so you got to be up on your game. That's problematic. 8, that's ideal, because that's really, really good looking. She got it going on. But at the same time, there's a level of independence that comes with it, which is never a bad thing, until she's so independent that she's making you feel like you need to be more dependent on her than she needs to be on you. So there's too many opportunities and too much time that's wasting away where you're not feeling like that dude. You're feeling like a dude, not that dude. Here's where the strong 7 comes in. Looks-wise, she can compete with an 8. But her mentality is not that of an 8. So she's more appreciative of you wanting her. As a result, she shows an elevated appreciation for you wanting her. Therefore, she treats you like she wants you. And as a result, y'all have more of a good time together. Fellas, am I lying? Fellas.
Shut up. Let me... Oh God, these are the elders of the community. So now let's listen to Paul Pierce and what he had to say about this. Now he's taking it even further. He's not even saying go after a 7. He's saying go after a 5. Okay? These guys, I swear.
Men who stand up, men who go out there and put your elbow into making a woman make sure she's straight and hard-working and respectable, chest up, chin out men, and you really on the grind and you really got ambition, man, leave these little pretty girls alone, bro. They don't put their elbow in it. I'm going to keep it 100. Over there looking at, oh, she bad. Oh, look at her Instagram. Oh, she a 9, she a 10. No, I'll get you a 5 or a 6 who going to put some elbow into it and going to be down for you on some 100. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you like, why he with her? Don't worry about why I'm with her. Because she going to do everything you ain't doing. 100%. And that's the new wave we should be on, fellas. Like, man, forget all that, how you look when you with your arm around her. Nah, she ain't got no substance to her. All you men who stand up men, who go out.
Okay. So it's it's a lot to unpack with this one. I just find it very disturbing, like the mentality now. Again, the money's obviously not money. And I think part of it is these men cannot afford to upkeep the lifestyle that a lot of these really pretty, girls that consider themselves a 10, who are a 10, they can't afford to upkeep their lifestyle now. And my thing is, what people need to watch out for as far as this, you do have some women where their whole personality is just being pretty, being an aesthetic, being arm candy. But do you know why that mentality is so prevalent nowadays? It's because of men like Paul Pierce. It's because of the ballers, the rappers, the entertainers who hyped up these women, these IG baddies and stuff like that. Y'all hyped them up. Y'all stopped dating the regular women, the women that you went to college with, who had degrees, who had the brains, the ones that you grew up with from your neighborhoods. Y'all started chasing all the baddies and the 10s. And again, unfortunately, celebrities, entertainers, they set the trends in society, like it or not. So because that's what all these men ran after, then, every man in the hood thought that that's what they needed as well, was a 10 or a baddie on their arm, okay? And so all of the regular girls, right, who may have been like 6's and 7's, they're like, well, damn, in order for me to like be chosen and to get taken care of and get picked, I had to have the baddie aesthetic. So you had a lot of girls running to go get plastic surgery, getting their boobs done, BBLs, tummy tucks, veneers, cheek implants, just fillers, just all the stuff that we see now that is attributed to the baddie lifestyle. So how y'all complaining about the same shit that y'all put on a pedestal? Because y'all weren't putting regular women on pedestals. If her waist didn't look like this and her ass didn't look like that, you didn't want to be nowhere near them. So now that has blown up in y'all's face because it's maintenance for them women. You want a woman who looks a certain way? Well, she has to get fillers every other month. She has to keep her lips injected. She has to get, 2 and 3 rounds of BBLs. She has to get her implants replaced. Yeah, it costs us money. Her nails got to be done every 2 weeks. Lashes done. So because the money's not moneying, and a lot of these men are getting older now, and they're finally, waking up like, damn, I chased this and it was just a facade. It wasn't what it's cracked up to be, because all she's going to do, she has a gold digger mentality. Once your money's funny, she's moving on to the next because she's a baddie. So she knows she can pull them left and right, left and right, left and right. So now that she's used you and spit you out, now you're bitter. Don't come running back now to the 5's, 6's, and 7's. Leave us the fuck alone, okay? And I don't know where I range in the scale. Do I think I'm a 10? No. But I think, I'm average, right? I don't know, 7, 6, right? Leave us the fuck alone, okay? Because what you're not going to do is use the women that you consider 5, 6, 7's, and 8's. Use us to rebuild your self-esteem. Use us to help, build you up and build with you and build businesses and have your back and, do all the things that you want, that you wanted that baddie to do, but she wasn't about that life. You're not going to use us to build you back up. And then once your self-esteem is back and you're feeling yourself, now you're running back to the baddies. Now you're running back to the 10s. We're not going to do that. My thing is, if you're not, all that does is create trauma. And there's too many people who are dating and not being honest. If you're not attracted to that person, leave them the fuck alone. If your intentions with me is, you want me to build you up as a man until you can get that baddie, bitch, leave me alone. Leave me alone and just go chase your baddie, okay? Like, no, that's not fair. You don't get to use average women, you know what I'm saying, 8s and under when it's convenient. But then all the baddies got the good parts. When you was balling and you had the fame, it was nothing but baddies on your arm. So they got the best of you. And now that you're struggling and you're in your old age and you need a nurse with a purse, now all of a sudden 5s and 6s are okay. Bitch, I think the fuck not. Keep chasing them baddies. Leave us alone. We're not going to be here to nurse you back to health and change your diapers and all types of shit. You had the baddies do that. So I'm just tired of this conversation. It's like, are you serious right now? You're telling men that they should be going after 5s and 6s? Now that you're not who you were 10, 15 years ago? Now that your fame is dwindling down and you have to sit on a podcast and gossip all day? I just find that very interesting. Leave folks alone. Quit playing with people. Quit traumatizing women that you never really liked and that you didn't see yourself being with and that you're using as a fucking placeholder until something better aesthetically comes along that you can get props for in social media, in the media. Stop using women to like build you up and build up your self-esteem, and you're telling them that you want to build a future with them, but that's not really where your heart and your mind is at. You really want a spicy baddie with a, BBL body. If that's what you're after, go after that. But see, the problem is a lot of these guys, they're not able to maintain their lifestyle. They want that, but they can't pull that because they know those women, they're about their money. If I had to do all of this, I need to be reimbursed. I done been under the knife 50 million times. My hair, nails, everything, I need to be reimbursed. So they're about their money. So they're not going after, the broke guys, the average guys. So it's very interesting. A lot of these, these celebrity men are now spinning this talking point. And it just also screams lazy. It screams entitled. It screams that, you're not where you need to be in life currently. So now you want to come crawling back to the average. Whereas you could have got with an average girl and really built something up, really built somebody who loves you. The way Stephen A. Smith is talking, he's saying that, you need her to like you more than you even like her. So at that point, you want me as a woman to build you up and build up your self-esteem. What in the damn, the gender roles are just reversed. I shouldn't have to build up a man's self-esteem and make him feel good. And I shouldn't have to want a man more than he wants me. That's weird. We should want each other the same amount. Or am I tripping? I want a man to want me just as much as I want him. I shouldn't have to feel like I want him more than he wants me. And my thing is, men are supposed to be the ones who chase. So this is just like a weird talking point that I'm seeing a lot of these guys are saying, and they're lighting him up in the comments. It's like, at this point, just be single. Just be single. And again, I'm not saying like, you're free to date whoever you want to date. If all you want is a 10 and a baddie, that is your business. You are free to go after those types of women. But understand, they come with a certain lifestyle. They come with a certain aesthetic, and you got to have the funds. And if you have them funds and, money's no object and it ain't tricking if you got it, then by all means do you. But once you've been chewed up and spit out, don't come running back. Don't come running back. This is no different than the guys like back when I was in high school who didn't like dark-skinned women. That's okay. Everybody has their own preferences. They only wanted to date light skins and, the people they thought were baddies or, mixed girls. They didn't like dark-skinned girls. They dated everything but black girls. And so now that they've had, umpteenth biracial children, they've been on child support, the Exoticals done used them and spit them out. Now, oh, black queen, Mother Earth, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Bitch, leave my dark-skinned ass alone, okay? Keep on chasing your Exoticals. Keep the same energy you had in high school, okay? You're not about to come back and traumatize me. Because the Exoticals done used your ass and child supported you to death. Now as a black woman, I'm supposed to, help you and, help you maintain your lifestyle. Now they love dark-skinned women. No, leave me the fuck alone, okay? Keep the same energy you had in high school, okay? Who can relate to that? I'm just saying, no, you don't get to swing the block. Especially when you made it very clear back in the day you did not like dark-skinned girls. And you went after what you went for, and that's cool. But you don't get to swing the block. And same for women. I can say that for men too. Like the girls who didn't like the nerds, right? Same thing. Perfect example. Think about all the girls who were bad, really pretty. They didn't like the nerdy boy. Oh, he's a nerd. He's a geek. And so they were going after like the drug dealers, the thugs, the gangbangers. Now they done had, 4 baby daddies, you know what I'm saying? Had all these kids. Now they want to circle back to the nerd. The nerd who now went and got his degree, got a good job. He's looking good. Now you want the nerdy man to support you and your 4 baby daddies. Your kids by 4 different men. No. Keep the same energy. If all you wanted was thugs back in the day, keep on dating them damn thugs. Leave my nerdy ass alone. It's not my job to clean up your mess. So I feel it on both sides. Stop trying to use people at the end of the day. Like what you like. But once that doesn't work out, don't try and swing the block. Because it's very, very disingenuous that when you were at the height of your fame, and Paul Pierce was married, don't get me wrong, but for people who think like this, it's very disingenuous when you were at your height that you chose not to share that with somebody on your level, a regular average looking woman who, had herself together, went to school, but because she didn't look a certain way, her body wasn't a certain way, she wasn't good enough. And now that you're kind of washed and nobody's checking for you, you're a lot older, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, you're still demanding to be chased by 5's and 6's. Absolutely not. Let those people that you deem 5's and 6's, let them find a good man who wants them more than they want them. Because if you need a woman to boost up your self-esteem, if you need a woman to chase you and like you more than you like her, that's disturbing. I want my partner to like me just as much as I like them. And this is why I say you should never date down. Adrian says everyone needs a Jet 2 holiday at this point. They really do. They really do. It's like it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm noticing now as everybody's getting older. It's like everybody's having all these thoughts and recollections. And this is why you need to make smart decisions early on. And the younger you are when you're making these decisions, it's going to set you up a certain way, in the future. And it's like when you're only going for a look, when you're only going for a superficiality, that comes with consequences. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're really going to be with somebody or looking for somebody who has character, who has integrity, who has a good heart, that's really what you should be looking for. And I'm not saying you have to date people that you're not attracted to, because you want to be attracted to your partner. So I'm not saying, if you don't find somebody attractive, you don't find them attractive. But what I'm saying is that people who only want to go for a certain look, and then when it doesn't work out for them, now they want to swing back, and now they want to talk to people that they deem are somewhat beneath them, right? Looks-wise, body-wise, whatever, just so they can get that ego boost. It's not my job to help boost up your self-esteem. We're not going to do that. Yeah, it's really sad. Jeremy says, praise us nerds. Y'all not love me a good nerd, honey. I'm a nerd myself. I'm a girl nerd. Team Marvel, okay? IT. And yeah, a lot of us, if we weren't into, makeup and, just all the girly shit, we're kind of written off. And that's okay. But now they're seeing, a lot of guys are seeing damn, okay, nothing wrong with the little nerdy girl, who understands computers and, who kind of kept her head in the books. Now they're trying to circle back. No, leave us nerds the fuck alone. Okay, we're looking for other nerds out here. We're looking for other nerdy people, okay? Yeah, it's sad. And this is why a lot of women at this point just would rather be single. They're like, because if this is the option, this is the alternative, it's just a bunch of drama or men saying that, I'm only dating you because you're a 5 and I need my peace. It's just a lot of real feminine energy that I'm getting from some of these men. Like, please bring back masculinity, because these talking points are not cute at all. Again, I can see when you're talking to younger men about making smart decisions, but they're not coming from that point of view. They're coming from a point of, being old and embattered, and they feel away. No different than some women who are like in their 40s and now, N-words ain't shit. Men ain't shit. All men are horrible. No, bitch, you made a lot of wrong decisions in your life. We're not going to do that, because there's a lot of good men out here. Just because you chose to run after the damn thugs and drug dealers and the motherfuckers who wasn't shit, and you decide to have baby after baby after baby, you can't put that on all men. And the same can be said for these men, because they want to run after the strippers and the IG models and, the baddies and all that stuff, and they got played and got their bank accounts drained. Now women ain't shit, only go for women who, who are 5 and under. No. So again, it's personal responsibility, just like with Shannon Sharpe. This man had everything in the box for him. But see, he did that Cat Williams interview and he got very, very arrogant, because that interview did numbers. One of the biggest interviews till this day. That blew up his ego like nothing else. He already had an ego, but that blew his ego up even more. Where he thought he was beyond reproach, he could do whatever. How, as a 50-something-year-old man, you get played by a white bumpkin young girl in her 20s? You refuse to pay for your own black daughter's wedding unless it was under a certain amount, but you done built generational wealth for this young white girl. So again, chasing OnlyFans, chasing that baddie aesthetic, got Shannon Sharpe played in his face.
Want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.